So if the Spartans are going to go down, the Spartans are going to go down swinging. They have Dennis, Sullivan, Flint in the bottom of the 7th. With the season on the line, Scotia Glenville had 3-1 coming into the frame. And the first pitch to Dennis, a fastball outside for ball 1. Scotia trying to finish what he has started here as the lefty brings in the fastball again. This one fouled off at home. Dennis is 1 for 2 on the night. Flew out to center back in the first, hit by a pitch in the 3rd, and then reached via a fielder's choice in the 5th. All the Spartans lined up on the rail as the Tartans do so on the other side. Scotia kicks and brings it home. Inside, did it graze him? And he's actually going to say it was a strike on the inside half. So 1-2 against Dennis as the leadoff runner, or leadoff man trying to get on base to start a rally here for Burn Hills. Swings through one, fouls it off to the other side. We're going to try it all over again. Scotia back on the rubber. Gets his sign. Wind still kicking up enough to blow the flags in our way. Brings it to the plate. Dennis puts one out into the right center field gap. And it will bounce off the glove of the right fielder, Dijon. Dennis on his way to second. Touches there, trying to get to third. And will do so with a leadoff 3-bagger. Of course, there'll be an error out there as it hit Dijon's glove. But exactly what Burn Hills needed is Dennis reaches third base with nobody out, bringing up Sullivan and Flint to try and knock him in. So runner on third, nobody out. His run alone doesn't mean very much, but Burn Hills needs 2 runs here. Dijon pulls the grass and throws it into the air. Angry with himself, he missed that one. And Burn Hills has a little bit of life in the final few outs here. Meeting at the mound, trying to calm everybody down for Scotia. First error of the evening, actually second error of the evening. First one against the Tartans though. Scotia has what he likes, coming to the plate. Outside with the fastball to get things started. Crowd starting to get into it for Burn Hills. Tonight Sullivan is 1 for 3 with a single back in the 5th. Struck out in the 3rd and grounded to short in the 1st. Fastball, and they're going to say that he could not check his swing in time, and it's going to even the count up at 1-1. So Dennis on third, no outs. By himself, he doesn't mean much. Sullivan, the tying run at the plate. Blast put up to center field. This is easily going to get over the head of Zaglin. So 1 run will score, and it looks like Sullivan's going to have a stand-up triple tying run on third base. No outs for Burn Hills. So Keaton Flint comes to the plate, 0 for 2 on the night. He was intentionally walked back in the 5th. Tying run on third, nobody out. Only need a single or a pop fly to get this game even. And the inside strike is called against Flint. He immediately looks up, incredulous of the call, but the infield has been pulled up for Scotia Glenville. So even a hard ground ball through the infield could get this game even. Scotia comes to the plate. Flint swings through one and fouls it off, so it's going to be 0-2 against the Burn Hills center fielder. You said intentionally walked back in the fifth to load the bases. Worked out well for Scotia at the time, but all he needs is a long drive here, and this game is going to be even. Scotia comes to the plate, pops straight back, and this one's going to reach the seats though. And it'll be new life for Flint, down 0-2. So Flint trying to find something that he likes, calls for time quickly. Now everybody's ready. Scotia already on the mound, ready to go again. Sullivan leads away from third, pitches high, and it'll make it 1-2. Inside this time, even at 2-2 now as Flint works the count. Tying run 90 feet away. Spartan center fielder wags the bat a few times. Now he has it bouncing over his right shoulder. Scotia comes to the plate. Ball three, or no, they're going to call it a strike three looking as he was fooled on the changeup, and it's going to be the first out of the inning for Burn Hills. So Jeff Hecht comes to the plate, 0 for 2 on the night, walked back in the second, struck out in the fourth, grounded out in the fifth. 1 out, tying run 90 feet away for Burn Hills. Scotia brings it inside, and it's going to be a fastball ball to start the at-bat for Hecht. Infield still drawn in, center field and right shallow for Scotia. Left is backed up to normal depth. Scotia comes set, brings it in. Hecht swings over the top of one. Inside pitch. He probably should have let it go, but it evens the count at 1-1. Scotia ready to go again. Pitch on the way. This one by Hecht is flared over second base. It's going to drop for a single, and this game is tied on the single by Jeff Hecht, which brings in Jason Sullivan from third, and we're tied at 3 in the bottom of the 7th inning here at the Joe in the Section 2 Class A final. We're going to bring in a pinch runner for Hecht at first. The new wheels on the bases are going to be Carter Rana and Scotia's going to talk this one over amongst themselves as Rana gets ready down there at first base with the game-winning run. Coming to the plate now is Dan Buff, who actually doesn't have an official at-bat on the night. He's been hit by two pitches, and he's walked once. The Burn Hills has tied things in the bottom of the 7th inning. Brett Dennis reached on an error and eventually came around to score. On the triple by Jason Sullivan, Sullivan comes around to score after the single by Hecht, and we are tied at 3 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Buff took a ball on his first pitch. Now he will take strike 1. And we're to 1-1 as Scotia works after getting the start here tonight. He's still working into the bottom of the 7th. Big lead for Rana over at first. He will not go. Pitch is high, and it's 2-1 against Buff. On deck will be Mike Brienza, who re-entered for himself after Ramatar hit for him. But Buff puts one down into the left corner, but it's going to be foul by about 2 feet going down the line. Actually squirted underneath the fence, too, so it would not have brought around the winning run. Put a 2-2 count against Buff. Buff's put a couple down in that corner. He just hasn't been able to keep one fair this evening. So Scotia comes to first, and he has the pickoff of Reyna. Reyna is stuck in the rundown, and they're going to put him out. So picked off, and the put out is going to go 1-3-6 for the second out of the inning. Look close to being a balk, but you don't have to set if you're going to go right to first base, and that's exactly what Scotia did. So nobody on now, 2 outs, 2-2 count on Buff, but we're going to be playing at least one extra inning unless the batter can put one over the fence, and he looks at an off-speed pitch and strikes out. So that is going to do it for the Spartans in the inning, but they do get the 2 crucial runs they need on 2 hits, nobody left on base. There was 1 error in the inning, but we are going to extras. Burn Hills and Scotia tied at 3 going into the 8th inning.